Hello everybody, my name is Castian, and I almost quit Final Fantasy XIV over the weekend. I'm going to tell you the story, but first, I'm going to need you to smash that like button, and subscribe to the channel. I'm just kidding. But, honestly, it would help a lot if you did, but I'll get into the story. There's a lot to this game, and I knew that going in. There is, I don't know, 4 or 5 different expansions at the time. I'm getting into it super late compared to most people. But there's a lot, and I knew that, but I started. And I'm still only as a free trial, I should mention that. So there's more I could be doing. This here, the market board, I can't do anything with that, because I'm a free trial. I can't join a guild, things like that. So there's even more I could be doing that I haven't even looked at. But there's still a lot. If we look at the journal, we're looking at the 7th Umbral Era, which is the main game. So there's Final Fantasy XIV, and it goes from level 1 up to level 50. That's sort of the base game. After that, you have the patch content for the base game, which is the 7th Astral Era. And then you get into the expansions, so Heaven's Ward, Dragon Song, Stormblood, and Shadowbringers. There's a lot of friggin' quests, guys. So just the Umbral Era, we've got all these, all the way down to level 50. There's a ton of them. The story is only good in, let's say, a 15th of that. Like, 15% of the quests actually have some good story. The rest are, like, a lot of fetch quests, which isn't a bad thing. Quests need padding so that you get things going. You see the world, you see more of the specific areas. You need fetch quests to a point. But the story is really good when it's good. So there's a lot of different cutscenes. Dealing with the primals is a lot of fun. There's good stuff there. The stuff with the scions, once it gets going, somewhere around level 20, 25, it gets interesting there. But I would say until you sort of hit the Empire, I'm going to say somewhere around level 40 is when the Empire starts to mess things up. That's when it really gets good. And up until that point, there's stuff you can do, but not a crazy amount. There's lots of classes, and I've tried a few. I played just Paladin, probably all the way up to like 40-something. And then I decided to try some others. I've tried Marauders, I've tried Pugilist. Some of these can't unlock yet. Dark Knight I can't do until I get into Heaven's Ward. I believe Samurai I can't do until if I buy, what's it called? The next one, Shadowbringers, I think, or Dragon Song, something like that. I don't know. But some of these I can't play yet. Some I can. Some I just haven't yet. I haven't tried Conjurer yet, but maybe someday. But there's a lot, and as a player who comes from like World of Warcraft and from Star Wars: The Old Republic, I'm well versed in having alternate characters, alts, and playing those a lot. Like anytime in World of Warcraft that I had some downtime and I wasn't like in a raid or like prepping for a raid, I was probably playing an alternate character to get it ready to be able to do raids on my alt. I don't really have that here. You can do everything on one character, so I don't need to like switch over and like be done with my main, because my main is the only character I have, and I just switch classes like willy-nilly. You know, if I just want to like just decide I'm gonna become a Marauder right now, I'm a Marauder now. My abilities are all different, which is really freaking cool, guys. The fact that I don't need to switch characters, that's fantastic. But it leads itself to exhaustion. I'm a guy who in Star Wars: The Old Republic, I have I think it's called the Legend achievement. I have all the classes to max because the story was great and I wanted to do that and I enjoyed it. But I get that a little bit in this game as well. Like, I want to play all the characters at some point. I would love to get them all the way to 50 so that their class quests are done. Even though their class story isn't usually fantastic, the Paladin was okay. I wouldn't call it a grand story, but it was good. I would like to see where the others are. But there's just so much. Like, even just looking around, like, this is just one small area in Gridania, and I have, like, two different things here. A bad bladder, I have no idea what that's... These all sort of unlock things. Like, these blue check marks, or blue question exclamation point, that's it. With the plus, that sort of unlocks something. So there'll either be a quest chain that'll go and do stuff, or like this one here, the Seeking Solace. I'm guessing that's probably going to unlock one of the beast classes, beast factions, possibly. I've got a quest here to become a carpenter. I don't even know what I would do as a carpenter. Like, do I make staves? Like, I don't know. But do I want to do that? Sure, someday. There's just so much to do, and that I got bogged down, and I got to a point where I think I tried 3 or 4 different classes the one day, and I was like, I don't really want to continue any of these at this very moment. But I was still bored a little bit, because I was in that portion. We'll go back to the quest a second. The 7th Astral Era. You're level 50. You can't move on to Heavensward yet. But there's all of these quests that you have to do, which is probably just as much as getting to level 50 itself. There's probably 80-something quests in here to do to move on to the first expansion. And some of these are good. Some of these have some cool story and some awesome cutscenes, especially towards the end. This stuff here is cool. You're worrying about, primal threat. There's new primals that show up that haven't before. There is returning primals, like a Freak gets summoned again, and you have to go, like, stop him again. And there's some good story there. There's some, Thancred, spoiler alert for, the main game. Thancred's feeling guilty, so he wants to get back in on the action. Friggin', like, you meet new characters, Yagiri, or whatever her name is, she's cool. There's the Lord Commander guy of the Ishgard Knights, he's kind of cool. There's the dragon people, the Dravarians, or whatever. It's good story, and it's going somewhere, which I can appreciate, but I just need to get there. And so I'm finally there. I'm finally at the point where I have the Ishgard. I'm going to Ishgard. They're going to let me in. I am going to start Heavensward, which is where I hear the story gets much better. I've heard a lot about the expansions for this game. I don't know if necessarily Heavensward is a fantastic one, but Dragonblood, or Dragon Song, and Stormblood, and Shadowbringers, I've heard very good things about. And so I want to get there. I want to get further. Once I finish Heavensward, I may subscribe to the game finally, and then get rid of the stupid restrictions and join an alliance and everything. And that would be cool. And I'm enjoying it. But for a while there, it was at jeopardy because I almost quit. Because there was so much to do and so many quests ahead of me that I wasn't sure what to do next. Did I keep powering through the main story so I could go to the expansion? Did I try another class? Because I'm not fully loving Paladin. Like, it's okay. It's a decent rotation. It's nothing fancy. There's nothing, like... I have, like, a couple big, like... flashy abilities, but, like, even then, like, they're alright. Part of me really wants to try a DPS in, like, a dungeon. Because as a tank, it's okay. Like, I'm powering through. I don't know what it's really like to DPS yet in this game. And I don't know what it's like to heal in this game. Because I know, for a lot of it, healers can do damage and possibly heal. I don't know the full story there. But I want to try it. So, I just got to this point where I was like, what do I do next? And I'm glad that I just kept going. Like, I'm glad I didn't start leveling up from 0 again, or from 1. Because you do get experience boost. Like, as a level 50 character, my early characters, like, if I switch over a level 10, they're probably going to get like 150% bonus experience. So things go quicker, but it's still not quick. It's still going to take a long time to get an alternate class up to 50, and I don't want to do that right now. So I'm sticking with Paladin. I'm also not going to spend money on a boost. I don't want to do that. But I'm sticking with Paladin, and I just powered through the main story, and I got to the point where I'm now moving on to the first expansion. And I'm happy with that. That is where I want it to be. That is where I'm going to be. And I'm going to keep playing the game because I found a new appreciation, because the story got good, and I want to see where it goes. I want to see what's going to happen with my friend Thancred, and Alpha Node, he's alright. Minfilia is pretty cool. I want to see what's happening. And I want to, stop some more primals, and whatever else happens. I'm having fun with the game again, is the moral of the story, and I did not quit. But I almost did. So if you're having any doubts about the game, just keep playing. Keep doing the main story. Get a bit further. You'll hit that cool story quest that is like, I need to see what happens next. And then you'll keep going. You'll be good for a while. I'm only level 50. I could burn out at level 60. I don't know. We'll see. If you enjoyed the video, enjoyed the little story time, hit the like button, please. It'll really help out my channel, and I would like the channel to do well. So, I'll see you later. See you in the next video.